Hear that sound for a moment. That isn't music layered on for drama. That is Saturn itself, real radio waves, a giant planet howling into empty space. For generations, we painted Saturn as a masterpiece, the jewel of the solar system, a calm, golden giant wearing a glowing halo drifting peacefully through the dark. We called it beautiful, and that was the mistake, because beauty can lie. Saturn is anything but peaceful. This is a brutal Titan, a colossal sphere of hydrogen and helium spinning so violently it squashes itself into a lopsided pumpkin-like shape. Its atmosphere is a battlefield of impossible storms, geometric nightmares, and gravity so merciless it tears moons apart and wears the remains like trophies. This is not a gentle world. This is the Lord of Chaos. Start with its crown, the rings. From Earth they look smooth, elegant, eternal, bands of glowing gold wrapped neatly around the planet. But that illusion would not survive a close encounter. Fly into them and you wouldn't see beauty. You'd enter a cosmic meat grinder. The rings aren't solid at all. They're a raging blizzard of ice and rock, fragments ranging from dust-sized grains to chunks as big as mountains. They race around Saturn at thousands of kilometers per hour, smashing into each other, breaking apart, clumping together over and over again. Picture a storm of razor-sharp ice stretching nearly 300,000 kilometers across, yet thinner than a skyscraper is tall. In some places, the rings are barely 10 meters thick, a blade carved through darkness. So where did this violence come from? Most likely, a killing. Long ago, a moon, possibly as large as Titan, wandered just a little too close. It crossed the Roche limit, the invisible line of no return. Saturn's gravity seized it, peeling the crust away from the core, ripping an entire world to shreds. Those shining rings we admire today are not ornaments. They are the scattered remains of a dead moon. We aren't looking at jewelry. We're staring into a planetary graveyard. And the madness doesn't stop there. Look to Saturn's North Pole. Nature avoids straight lines. Fluids form circles, spirals, chaos. And yet, there it is, a perfect hexagon, endlessly rotating. This isn't a symbol, it's a storm. A six-sided hurricane large enough to swallow 4 Earths side by side. Its walls plunge hundreds of kilometers down into Saturn's atmosphere, and at its center spins a colossal vortex, a red, churning mouth that looks like a hurricane made of hurricanes. It has persisted for decades, maybe centuries, a flawless geometric wound that never closes, staring unflinchingly into the void like an unblinking eye. And when Saturn truly loses its temper, the entire planet transforms. Roughly every 30 Earth years, 1 Saturnian year, a monster awakens. Astronomers call it the Great White Spot. This storm is so immense it wraps all the way around the planet. Imagine a thunderstorm that engulfs the entire Earth, firing lightning bolts 10,000 times more powerful than anything we've ever seen. It dredges up towering clouds of white ammonia ice from deep within Saturn, bleaching the golden world into something ghostly and pale. It's a warning. Beneath those calm yellow bands lies a roaring engine of heat and chaos, always waiting, always capable of erupting. Saturn rules over an enormous court, more than 140 moons, but one of them wears a convincing disguise: Titan. Titan is unique. The only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere, denser than Earth's. Stand on its surface and you'd see rivers, lakes, clouds, even rain. At first glance, it feels unsettlingly familiar, but don't trust it. Titan is Earth's reflection through a nightmare mirror. The rain isn't water, it's liquid methane and ethane, natural gas falling slowly from the sky in weak gravity. The temperature sits at minus 179 degrees Celsius. Jump into one of Titan's lakes and you wouldn't simply freeze, you'd shatter like glass. And the ground beneath your feet? Not sand. Titan's dunes are made of dark hydrocarbon grains, essentially plastic, static charged, towering hundreds of meters high, creeping across the surface in alien winds. It's a world that imitates life's shapes, built from chemistry that would kill us instantly. Farther out, drifting in the cold, is a tiny moon that looks harmless, a bright white bead of ice named Enceladus. For years, we dismissed it as just another frozen rock. Then we saw the scars. Long blue fractures slash across its south pole, tiger stripes. And from those wounds, Enceladus bleeds. Vast geysers of water vapor erupt from its surface, blasting hundreds of kilometers into space at supersonic speed. Saturn's immense gravity squeezes this tiny moon like soft dough, flexing it over and over, keeping its interior warm. Beneath Enceladus's thick crust of ice hides something astonishing, a global ocean of liquid water. That ocean isn't sterile, it's salty, it's warm, it's laced with organic molecules. In that lightless, high-pressure sea, safely sealed away from the vacuum of space, it's possible, just possible, that something is alive down there, moving, feeding, existing. We went to Saturn expecting gas, ice, and rock. We may have come dangerously close to finding neighbors. But uncovering these secrets came at a cost. By 2017, the Cassini spacecraft, our lone envoy circling Saturn, was nearly out of fuel. And to protect moons like Enceladus from accidental contamination, NASA made a heartbreaking decision. They told Cassini to die. On its final plunge, Cassini dove straight into Saturn's atmosphere, sacrificing itself to the very world it had studied for 13 years. As it fell, it fought to keep its antenna locked on Earth, sending back precious data until the final heartbeat of its existence. Saturn showed no mercy. Crushing pressure and searing heat tore the spacecraft apart. Cassini melted, vaporized, and vanished, becoming part of Saturn forever. Saturn feels timeless, immovable, eternal. But even it is fading. Its rings, the very symbol of its beauty, are slowly dying. Gravity is dragging them down, grain by grain, in a phenomenon known as ring rain. In just 100 million years, an instant on the cosmic clock, the rings will be gone. Saturn will be left bare, just another solitary gas giant drifting through darkness. So look at it now, while you still can. This world is a temporary masterpiece, sculpted by gravity, sustained by violence. A stunning illusion that pulled us across the solar system, only to remind us how fragile and small we truly are. Saturn may be the most beautiful object in our sky, but never forget, beauty can kill.